Been an emotional morning already, and it's just gone past 10. So we're going to close our eyes, and I want you to take your left hand and place your 2 fingers on your forehead between your eyebrows, and I want you to close your right nostril, and we're going to inhale through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the left, open the right, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale through the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. So inhale left, 4. Exhale right. Inhale right side. Exhale left side. Inhale left. If you can straighten your spine a little bit more, maybe you take a longer breath in. Exhale through the right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Really breathe into the heart and the belly. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Just release the hands, keep the eyes closed, palms facing up, maybe get your thumbs to touch. Nice big breath in at the belly through both nostrils. Breathe all the way up to your heart, the top of your head. Exhale through both nostrils, just releasing, letting that energy wash all the way down the back of the spine. So inhale up through the front of the belly, front of the heart, all the way up to the top of your head. As you exhale, just allow the energy to wash down the back of the spine, back of the shoulders, all the way down to your feet. Taking one more breath. And then let go. When you're ready, just gently opening your eyes, coming into a child's pose, and we're going to start by sliding your left arm under your right, back on your heels, and reach your right arm forward. So take your knees nice and wide, and just softly let your body weight rest down on your left shoulder, and go back to that breath in at the belly. Breathing out through the nose. Exhale out through your third eye. See if you can take the breath all the way up from the lower back and bring it all the way into that left shoulder blade. As you're exhaling, you're just melting down a little more each time. If it's too much with your forehead on the mat, you can turn it to face your left hand. But just see if you can take a slower, deeper breath every time to manipulate your stretch in your shoulder. And if the tension fades away, just press down a bit deeper. But in yin, we never force. In life, we never force. We allow things to open when they're ready. nudge and guide and follow our heart and our instinct. Just taking a couple more breaths here. Already slowly reach your left arm forwards and slide in your right arm under. Try and bring your forehead to the mat, but again, if that's too much, you can keep your head turned to the right. And again, nice big breaths in at that belly. Exhale out any heaviness, because we're in that new moon. It's officially today, that energy. And this moon is about freedom. Freedom of limiting beliefs. Freedom of old chains that maybe hold you down. Freedom of old stories that perhaps keep you locked from maybe taking that little step forwards. Trying something new, exploring something different. And what's the story? For me, that it always comes up that I am not enough. I'm not worthy of that time. I'm not worthy to step out into that world. But I know it's not true. It's just conditions that I've put around myself from environment growing up and experiences that sort of create a dynamic around my beliefs. Take a few more deep breaths in here and see if you can inflate your body a little bit more and open it a little bit deeper. Because the more we open the body, the more we open the mind. Very, very slowly bringing that arm back and just bring both arms forward and just take a couple of breaths in your child's pose. Maybe you massage your forehead by turning from side to side like you're saying no, and you nuzzle your nose on the mat. Just connect deeply. Taking one more breath here. As you exhale, gently bring your hands in. I want you to take all of your toes onto the mat, including your little toe. Come into toe stretch. So place your hands down if you're new to toe stretch and push back gently. If you're a regular toe stretcher, it sounds quite funny, be upright. If your little toe doesn't quite touch the floor, just see if you can manipulate it back. If your hands feel a little bit cold and you're sitting up, maybe you can just rub them together and just connect to that energy. But if not, please keep your hands down. And this new moon in Aquarius, like I said last night, it's a blank slate and it's a chance to get really clear on what needs to shift for you to step into your personal power. But just here for like another 30 seconds, so maybe you can push a little bit deeper, but don't force this. But in order for us to step into our power, we need to stay grounded. Because if things start getting a bit too much and things can be super exciting and like kicking off, but we need to keep our feet on the ground. And also when things are coming through, like the limiting beliefs of what maybe no longer serves you, you need a good practice that keeps you grounded so you can breathe through it, you can be logical, you can stretch through it, you can journal through it, so that you can see the bigger picture. Gently release the toes and just sit back on the tops of the feet. And just take a breath here. And the ways to keep ourselves grounded is to do rituals. And I don't mean necessarily like going out and getting a cauldron and dancing around it. Rituals can be like journaling, therapy, coaching, yoga, lighting a candle, gently just leaning back, and we're going to lift up and stretch our shins. You can put a block under your knees or pillows. We're just getting a gentle shin stretch. You might have your hands on the floor. You might find that your hands are starting to come off now. We're doing this quite regularly. And the rituals are like little nudges to keep us on track, which is why we do the moon workshops, to sort of remind us where we want to head. What is the dream life? What are we calling in? Because a lot of the times we don't feel like it's possible. But the more you visualize and the more you journal on it and the more you speak about it and the more you just be in that energy of feeling like it's going to happen and knowing it's going to happen, the universe will bring you some amazing synchronicities which are there to guide you. Just 30 more seconds here. Like I said, this moon is about revolution, change, networking, future-minded, being free-spirited, marching to the drum of your own beats, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Gently coming down, very slowly release, sitting on your bottom for me. Just straighten your legs out for me. And just taking a few breaths here. If it's too much, have your knees bent. Take your time, because I know that can be intense. And take 2 nourishing breaths in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth with a sigh. 1 more breath in. And as you exhale, you're gently going to tip forwards over your legs. Come into caterpillar, head comes down. And freedom means letting go of old tension as well, because sometimes we don't even feel free in our body because we feel stiff. And when you've been stuck in a same routine and life might feel repetitive, we go into a very earthy mode and get a bit stuck, and we're sometimes scared to take the change. So I want you to see if you can breathe all the way up from your lower back to the tops of your shoulders. Bring your chin to your chest. And as you exhale, you fold down a bit deeper, but again, don't force. Because our hamstrings represent the earth in our bodies. If they feel tight and they feel a bit stiff, that could be an indication where you might be a bit stuck. The legs represent how we move forwards in life, the direction we're taking. But it's also our foundations. Do we feel safe enough to take the next step? So see if you can breathe up, 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 all the way into the third eye. And as you exhale, see if you can get a little bit deeper. And maybe if you lean over to the right leg, you feel a different stretch, and you breathe here for a couple of breaths. Bring the chin in. And as you let go, you come down slightly deeper. If that's too intense, don't force. Maybe you shift over to the left side and just take a couple of breaths here. Tight hamstrings will normally lead to tension headaches as well, so just notice if you're feeling any pulling in the forehead. Breathe into the upper back as well as the lower and ask the body to release and let go. And then re-shift back to the center if you're to the side, and I want you to repeat these affirmations. I am safe. Grounded. I love and nurture my body. I'm confident in my decisions. I am resilient. I am a warrior. And I am ready to step into my power. Very, very slowly coming up. Taking your time. Just taking a couple of breaths, cross your legs just to recover. Palms down to ground for me. Now breathe in, nice straight spine. And I want you to just start to circle the body for me a little bit. So just the eyes closed, just circle a couple of directions one way. And then circling the other way. Coming to center. So a lot of the Aquarius energy is an air element, and the air element connects us to our heart center. So we're going to start to work the front of the thighs, which is classically covering that channel. You might want to sit on some pillows. You're going to start to feel a stretch in your thighs. You might sit on your heels, or you might be more comfortable having your feet either side of your butt. And then you walk back until you feel a stretch. Now some of you will be able to go straight down straight away. Some of you will have to make your way down over time, and some of you will stay upright. If you've got blocks, you can put it under your bum. If you're down and it's comfortable, you can take your arms over your head with stretching the hip flexor channel here. So the whole point of yin is to be as comfortable as you can in an uncomfortable position. To see where you can find some stillness. If it's too much with 2 legs, you can do 1 leg and then change, but personally I find it's actually easier to go back in 2 legs. And breathe into your hips and allow the breath to travel all the way across your heart and up to your throat. And see if you can breathe out and unblock any blockages that stop you from communicating or perhaps expressing yourself to your full potential. One leg, I will let you know when to change the other side. Nice deep breaths in through the belly and the hips, and feel the breath travel across the thighs. Exhale out through mouth, and let's reconnect our intuition, our hips, our belly, our fire, all the way up to our air element, so we can start to trust in our decisions. And this moon, you might find that you're reconnecting with people perhaps from your past that you have not spoken to in a long time. You might find people coming through your dreams. It's just stuff that needs to possibly be cleared, that might have been left with unfinished business, that you're ready to handle. Something that's blown my mind is a family member that I haven't spoken to for 10 years, and it's been pretty much 10 years, literally this month, since we last spoke, and the connection has been exactly what we both needed. And she's literally about to have a baby in like 5 weeks, and it's blown our heart chakras open beyond belief to reconnect and clear energy that needed to shift, that we didn't know we was both holding. But sometimes we can't always have those conversations that we need. So perhaps if there is something or someone, or maybe someone that's not even here anymore, you want to write a letter to, or you want to journal to, and you want to release to, this is your time. So feel into your heart right now. If you're doing 1 leg, you can change to the other side. Perhaps if anyone or anything comes up, maybe you can just send them love and light. Where do you need to make some peace in your life so you can have more freedom in your body and your emotional field and your spiritual world? Where can you let go and allow yourself to feel the feelings that might sometimes be weighing you down? perhaps who can you feed into that maybe because they're not aware of their actions, they haven't got the awareness that you've got. A lot of times we get angry at what they might be doing or saying, but actually they're just on a different level to us. Just here for 30 more seconds. See if you can enhance the stretch a little bit more. Maybe you can stretch your hands over a bit more, or you go down a bit lower. Explore your body with ease and grace and curiosity. And surrender. Try not to fidget. Life's made us into these fidgeting little humans. And actually the best thing we need to do is kind of sit still and learn how to be here now. So very slowly, you're going to come out. You might feel a bit like a zombie coming out of a pose, like, take your time. Very, very slow. Release your legs. Do me a favor and lay down to recover. You might want to be in butterfly to open your hips, so you can either have your legs straight, or if you're feeling it, maybe you want to open the hips a bit more. Knees can be out, arms overhead. You do what feels right for you right now. If your legs are open, see if you can breathe into that womb space. Whether you're male or female, you've still got that womb. Breathe in and let your belly flood out. Exhale, you let your back melt into the ground. Can you feel that energy in your feet and your legs? These Aquarius signs are very much, they're the big thinkers. So if the energy is too much in the mind and not balanced with the energy down low, you won't ever be able to shut the mind off. So what we're doing is we're balancing and harmonizing. We need the energy down in the earth so we can bring our dreams into reality, because if we're just dreaming all the time, you need the material world to start playing a part. So let's call in the Capricorn energy that we've just left behind as well, because it's still lingering around. Go back to that dream, that vision, that manifestation. What would it look like? What would it feel like? What would be physically in the world of your dream? I'm calling in a beach in Goa, and I want hammocks and yoga retreats and breath work and healers and essential oils and sage. How does your dream world look like to you? What does your dream holiday or dream destination look like? Would you be somewhere warm? Would you be somewhere cold? Would the sun be kissing your belly and your face right now? Let it kiss your hips. Let it kiss all of you. Gently, gently bringing your knees in. Let's activate the solar plexus by crossing the left leg over the right. You're just casually sitting on a chair. Lift your bum up slightly, shift your hip to the left and drop your knees to the right side. Left arm opens out. And maybe you put your hand on your right knee, but we're trying to stretch your left butt cheek. Just breathe into your left glute and breathe all the way up to your heart space. As you're exhaling, allow your energy to wash down your arm, down through your left fingertips. This moon's also quite a deep one, because there's going to be some deep conversations you might be having with yourself or perhaps with others. Because if we want to create this life and we're around energy perhaps that doesn't serve us anymore, or we're not being honest with how they make us feel. And it can be difficult breaking away from certain flows, certain people, certain situations. because it's comfortable and it's familiar. If you're giving your energy away to those that maybe don't appreciate it, or those that perhaps don't always help you on your journey, or perhaps our boundaries are a little bit broken and we're giving and we're not receiving, it's totally an opportunity for you to assess. Because our friendships, our relationships, any relationship, whether it's a working relationship, family, they're all reflections of how we feel about ourselves. Do we feel worthy for that time, that space? Do we feel enough to have loving connections? What's your relationship with your body, yourself, your mind? Taking one more deep breath here and really breathe into your belly, your seat of your personal power, knowing that you are a warrior. You are confident to express your truth with compassion, ease and grace. Gently bringing your feet back on the mat. Your left foot on the floor. Right foot crosses over left. Lift up your booty. Shift your hip to the right. Drop your knees over to the left. Open your right arm out. Maybe put your left hand on your knee. And turn away and just breathe into that space. So try and welcome in as much space into your upper body as well as your lower body. And you know, if you're someone that maybe lacks a bit of confidence, something that was really interesting, the word con means with. So perhaps if you do want to try something new or step out of your comfort zone, and there's maybe sometimes it's nice doing it with someone. That's why I'm working with a coach, for example, at the moment to help me with the direction where I want to go with my business. I'm working with a therapist at the moment to clear my stuff. I'm working with myself when I journal, but I work with my higher self. I want to go salsa and I'm taking one of my friends with me because I'm also a little bit scared to do that on my own. So to have confidence is to do things with as well as solo. Just taking a couple more deep breaths in here. See where you can really empower yourself right now. Sometimes it's also good to do things that you're not sure about and just to try them, because you know what, if you don't like it, then you don't have to stick it. Gently bring your legs in. Straighten them out and just have a stretch, arms over your head. Stretch with confidence. Stretch with sass. Stretch with power. Give yourself a hug and cross your ankles and gently rock side to side. And then roll totally onto your left. Take your time, close your eyes. Give yourself a little huddle here. Check in with your body. Give yourself some gratitude. You should feel an excited energy around this moon as well. It's a very playful one. Take a deep breath in slowly. Keep the eyes closed, sit yourself up. And then put both your hands on your heart and just breathe into that space. Just be honest with yourself for a moment. If you want to create that dream life or that shift, where perhaps do you need to put some boundaries in to respect your space and time? I realise I give too much of my time sometimes. Yesterday was consumed by voice notes all day and I was like, you need to give yourself some silence, Amy. Like I said, it's hard when all these new relationships and old relationships are coming to the surface. It's like you've got to be honest, maybe schedule, use the Capricorn energy, use the Saturn energy of restriction to maybe restrict yourself a little bit. You're going to have a push-pull because you've also got the rebellion side of trying to think which one of the signs is coming. It's almost like the rebel, so you're going to have the push-pull of like, I want to do this, but you've got the serious energy coming in as well. I think it's Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of the rebellion. So just be mindful and have awareness. Maybe get a little scheduling. Bring your hands into prayer. And we're just going to finish with one Om to close the practice, just to connect you to your crown chakra and your third eye. Take a deep breath in. Namaste, my warriors. Oh, get up slow. You might want to stay on the floor. Have a wonderful day. If anything came up, journal. Great time. I'll see you for fitness if you're coming.